Let's take a look at an exponential application. In this particular problem, we have a car valued at $38,000 in 2007, but by 2013 it had depreciated to $11,000. We are assuming that the car's value continues to drop by the same percentage. Again, the consistent percent of change is what's telling us it's an exponential function. We want to know what would it be worth in 2017. Our general exponential function looks like f of x equals a times b to the x. All right, well, the initial year would be year 0, so we're going to let x be 0, and my answer to f of x, or f of 0, then would be 38,000. So plugging that in, I am able to solve for the a, because b to the 0, of course, is 1, so that means a must be 38,000. That gives me this next set of equations that helps me get to the answer. So f of x then in general is 38,000 times b to the x. Our next job is to solve for the b. For that, we use the fact that in 2013, the car's value had depreciated to 11,000. Well, from 2007 to 2013 is 6 years. In other words, that means we want to use x equals 6 to get the answer 11,000. So f of 6 is 11,000. That means we plug in the 6 for the x over here. All right, now how did I magically get this answer down here? Well, the first step would be to go ahead and take my calculator and take 11,000 and divide it by the 38,000. All right, there we go. So we get this weird answer. I don't really want to round in the middle of the problem. What that's going to leave me with is the 38,000 is gone and I have b raised to the 6th power. If that had been b squared, we would know to take the square root. If it had been b to the 3rd, we would take the cube root. Well, if it's b to the 6th, that means I take the 6th root. Now you can do that with your calculator under the math function. There is these options here. But I think it's actually easier to just remember that the 6th root means we're going to raise to a fraction power of 1 divided by 6. If it had been the 5th root, it'd be 1 divided by 5. If it had been the 4th root, 1 divided by 4. So that denominator of that fraction is telling you the kind of root you're taking. And I hit enter. And that's how I got my answer. I want to make sure that I get sufficient number of decimal places. 4 should probably do it for you. Okay, so now we have f of x is equal to our 38,000 times our 0.8133 raised to the x power. That's our general exponential formula for this particular situation. If we want to know what the car's value will be in 2017, again, we have to calculate what does that mean x will be. My start year again was 2007, so 2017 would be 10 years later. Plugging that in, we come to the value of $4,811.62.